Welcome, dear, followers of the World of Darkness channel. I return today with 3 short horror stories. But before you watch the video, I hope that you will support us by pressing the like button, as admiration will not harm you with anything, but on the contrary, it will support us to provide the best and enjoyable viewing. 1. Desert child on a road trip for a family. And after they lay on the floor for lunch, they were surprised when a small child, still crawling, crept inside to sit among them and greedily ate food with his hands. Everyone panicked, especially since there were no families close to them, so they thought he was a genie. They rushed to collect their things to leave. However, the grandmother refused to leave the child and fed him until he fell asleep. They had no choice but to call the police, who traced the traces of the baby's crawling to find, far away, his parents' car after they were killed in an accident, and it seems that he flew out of its open window, that family. Then the police returned him to his relatives. 2. A trip to the forest. In a European country, the newlyweds set out on a trip to the forest near the hotel and penetrated it until night fell, and suddenly he heard the rustling of grass and a quick movement. So he asked his bride to go back, but she insisted on completing the trip. And after several steps, the young man stepped on something soft, which made him end the trip immediately. And after 5 years, the couple watched the news, where they heard a quick interview with the newly arrested thug, where he said, smiling, "You arrested me after you found my first victim. The strange thing is that before I buried her, I was surprised by 2 people walking in the forest. So I ran away immediately, and the stupid one stepped on the belly of the corpse before turning back. And if he looked under his feet, you would have arrested me before I killed 33 other women. 3. Save the child. One night, a man was driving down a long, dark road, and his wife was sleeping next to him. He saw a woman who stopped him on the way, so he stopped and went down to her. She told him in a panic, "There's a child at the bottom of the cliff. I heard his crying." So he asked her to go and wake his wife up and sit with her in the car until he went down to that cliff and made sure of himself. And indeed, as soon as he got there, he saw a car crashed into a tree. Both parents appeared dead, but their child was crying in the back seats, tied to a seat. A child. So he took him outside and went back to his car. But he found his wife still sleeping. So he woke her up and asked her about the lady. But she insisted that she had not seen anyone. So he gave her the child, then went down again to the wrecked car. And when he lifted the head of the dead mother, he found it the same lady who showed him the child. So did the ghost of the mother refuse to leave the world before it was reassured about her newborn? Here we have reached the end of today's video. We hope that today's stories have won your admiration and raised some feelings of fear in you. Support us by subscribing to the channel and liking the video to continue to provide the best. Thank you to our loyal followers.